All right, folks. So yesterday, Hermes Agent launched their desktop app and everyone was talking about it. It was even demoed in Jensen Huang's conference speech. And this is a very, very useful feature. But for now, I still prefer to use TUI for most of my workflows with my Hermes Agent. Because even though this is the same agent underneath, for desktop app and TUI, it is still a rather different surface. So if you've been wondering which one fits your workflow, we're going to break down everything you need to know in this video. All right, so if you've been using Hermes Agent on a messaging platform like Discord or Telegram, you should stop using that now. Because what you can do now is to use the desktop app. This completely replaces Discord and Telegram setup because this is far superior. This is a native application. You have full access, full control of your Hermes Agent just from this app. And there's so many practical features here you can use for your day-to-day work. You have drag and drop files. You have side-by-side previews, which, by the way, guys, this is a good habit to open your right sidebar to navigate your directories, your folders, so you know which workspace you're on. Don't just rely on new sessions. Refer to the desktop directories or whatever file directories you have on the side. And there's so many convenient features here, such as model switching as well. You don't have to always exit your TUI and then type Hermes model to switch in CLI. What you can do is you can switch here, go to edit models. If you have your own key, you can add a provider for these models. Or if you're on the news portal, if you're a subscriber, even if you're on the free plan, you can just set that up and use the free model, which is an amazing thing also about the news research team is they would have free model rotation it's not like fixed interval because it kind of sucks. I think it was last week, right? DeepSeek V4 Flash came out free for a while, but it was only free for like 2 days. But there should be almost always a free model in their rotation every week or so. For now, it's the Step 3.7 Flash, so we can use this one. You can also customize skills. Instead of having to go / command, you can just toggle them, right? And also you can configure your tool sets. So maybe personally, right, for some of the setups, I noticed even after you make the Hermes update, your video analyze tool, where your agent can actually watch the videos more than just fetch transcripts. I assume that they have enabled that, but for check your setups to see if they're configured or not. So this is also nice that you can see which tool sets have been enabled or disabled, so you can just turn them back on and then start a new session and then use that. Artifacts as well, so references, pretty much like a knowledge base. Drop your links, images, files here. It's like a mini knowledge base that you can use. And then you can also check your cron schedule. You can look at spawn trees for live sub agents being delegated for the work that you do. And also a pretty underrated feature here is you can check the gateway is ready. Because in TUI or CLI, you need to type in the command to see how the status of your gateway is. But here you can just see, if it's ready or not, right? So many useful features. You can even go to your profiles and manage the personality, all of that. But when it comes to the actual workflow itself, the desktop app, based on my experience, is great for orchestration tasks. A human in the loop, this is where you want to use the desktop app. Orchestration, management tasks, moving stuff around, you want to use the desktop app. Because the TUI is very much so for terminal native work, because it's a modern terminal interface. One of our viewers, in fact, pretty much summed it up in one sentence when we did the Open Human review video. He said, Vishal here said, terminal apps are more token savvy because they pass raw, highly filtered text streams directly to the LLM, whereas desktop apps constantly bleed tokens on heavy UI schemas, background file scanning, and protocol overhead. So big shout out here to Vishal. What he basically means is whenever you type in your prompt, whether a question you're asking for your agent or you're sending like an action, you're getting your agent to do an action, right? In terminal, when you send that prompt, your agent will send that request to your model provider, and in the TUI, they pretty much focus on your prompt. right? Whereas the desktop app, the tokens included there when they send the request to the LLM or the model provider, they also include the UI schemas of the desktop apps. So if you're going to be using desktop app for coding, it's much better to do it on TUI rather than on desktop, at least for now. But at the end of the day, both setups still read from the same config, same profiles, and same state database, and you can even just switch between them anytime without losing your session. So the key takeaway from this video, if there's one takeaway you want to get from this video, is you need to understand when are you spending your time on which interface, especially if you are actually shipping code, right? So the TUI is built for terminal native developers because your Git branch is shown live in the status line. The input is non-blocking, so you can fire off commands rapidly without waiting for the session to catch up. You can even run it in thin client mode and connect it straight to your dev VPS, which, by the way, we can definitely do a guide on how to connect this the Hermes desktop app to our VPS agent, because we set this up locally. That's why it's pretty much blank here on this machine. And also, when you quit, it leaves zero scroll back clutter, so your terminal history stays clean. Whereas the desktop app brings visual management to the table. The file browser, just what we've shown you, lets you navigate project structure without leaving the window. The side-by-side preview rail is genuinely useful for reading render documentation while you keep coding. And if your agent backend lives on a remote server, the desktop app can connect to it through a simple settings panel instead of env. All right. So even though in their official documentation, they didn't mention any token efficiency difference between TUI and desktop app, you still want to assume that that's the case. So if you're going to be doing intensive terminal work, coding work, then stick to TUI. But if you're, you want to know what is going on, if you want to have a human in the loop workflow, then desktop is certainly the way to go about that. So I think at the start of the day, I think it's very practical to use Hermes Agent first on desktop app. So I'm kind of thinking of it like, going to the office, right? First thing in the morning, what you and your team do is you have a meeting. You take a look at the reports, you take a look at the states of the projects or whatever, and then the desktop app is pretty much like that. It's like a way for you to be up to date with what's going on with your projects. And then, when the meeting is over, you head back to your seat, and then you start working, and that's when you switch to the TUI. All right, so now we're going to briefly go over the architecture here of the desktop backend. It's running on Electron with React, so it installs the Hermes runtime on first launch and talks to the backend over gateway APIs. You can point it at a remote backend, so it's pretty much useful if your coding environment lives on a VPS. In fact, you don't have to go to TUI to update it anymore. What you can do is go to settings, go to about, and then here you can check if you need update or not. Whereas the TUI runs as a Node.js subprocess from the Python CLI, so it spawns its own gateway by default, or you can attach it to an existing one with Hermes TUI gateway URL. And that is also a core reason why you want to code on the TUI, because it's launched from the Python CLI. You notice that most of the scripts you get are in Python. So all in all, on desktop, what you get is file browser, side-by-side previews, GUI settings for providers and MCP servers, one-click background updates, and remote backend connection through a settings panel. For TUI, you get non-blocking input, live session switcher with Control X. You can automate latex math rendering, light terminal auto detection, and clean scroll back on exit. So those are the core differences of desktop and TUI. So if you find this video helpful, smash up that like button. Let us know in the comments down below if there are any questions you have related to the desktop app versus TUI. All right, so subscribe to the channel to follow for more updates and guides. My name is Ron. Shanana!